Leadership's a big word in my vocabulary. It's something I first learned when I was growing up in Salem, Ohio, from my coaches and my teachers. From his book, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, John Maxwell states, everything rises and falls on leadership. The more you try to do in life, the more you will find that leadership makes the difference. Any endeavor you can undertake that involves other people will live or die depending on leadership. Here are my 3 P's of leadership. Number 1, preparation. Prepare yourself for greatness. It'll be thrust upon you when you least expect it. Abraham Lincoln said, I will prepare myself, and when the time comes, I will be ready. The ultimate way to get more out of life is to identify and work with young people. But the only way to get into the next life is to give and give and give, as quoted by John R. Mott, the man who built the YMCA. Are you prepared to give and to believe in the virtue of hard work and the proper allotment of our time? The answer is to believe that success in any field can be achieved through the persistent pursuit of a worthy, challenging goal, and that self-discipline is the key to unparalleled success. What we think is less than what we know. What we know is more than we achieve, and what we achieve is so much less than what there really is. To this precise extent, we are less than what we are. There is always more a person can achieve. Each of us can have anything in life if we are willing to prepare ourselves. Preparation comes from setting goals. It doesn't matter how you get there if you don't know where you're going. Number 2, presentation. How are your presentation skills? During his 80th birthday address to Parliament in November of 1954, Winston Churchill reflected on his role in Great Britain's leadership. I have never accepted what many people have kindly said, namely that I inspired the nation. Their will was resolute and remorseless, and it proved unconquerable. It fell on me to express it. It was the nation and the race dwelling all around the globe that had the lion's heart. I had the luck to give it the roar. Churchill was altogether too modest. His contributions really had nothing to do with luck, but it did have a lot to do with the way he presented himself. He understood the impact that presentation skills can have on a person's life. Character. You see, people do trust leaders whose character is not flawed, and they will continue to follow that person. Those with character recognize the sacredness of a promise, the rendering of a useful service, knowing that every opportunity presents an obligation and every possession a duty. To recognize more about the worth of men, less about their wealth, always boosting more and boasting less. Character is more than talk. Anyone can overstate their character and pretend to be something they are not. Individuals who possess great character do not brag or flaunt their wisdom over others. Talent is a gift, but character is a choice. We don't choose our talent or IQ, but we do choose our character. The key to leadership is character. Those who lack character, for the most part, exhibit arrogance and experience loneliness as a part of a very shallow life. Number 3, performance. Being a winner is an attitude long before it becomes a reality. When opportunity comes calling by some strange, uncanny quirk, it is often going unrecognized because it so resembles work. From the 7th chapter of Matthew, ask and it shall be given to you, seek and you will find, knock and it will be opened unto you. On another occasion and in another way, Churchill said there comes a special moment in everyone's life, a moment for which that person was born, a moment, that special opportunity, when he seizes it, will fulfill his mission, a mission for which he is uniquely qualified. In that moment, he finds greatness. It is your finest hour. There was a race between frogs. The goal was to reach the top of this high tower. People didn't think frogs could do this, so they kept saying negatively, what a pain, they will never make it. The frogs began to resign, except one. The frogs admitted defeat, except one. It took an enormous effort from this frog to reach the top. How did he do it? How did he succeed despite all of the negative criticism? To everyone's surprise, he was deaf. The moral of this story: never listen to people who have a bad habit of being negative. It is important to be around positive people. My favorite positive people description is, it's tough to soar like an eagle if you hang around with a bunch of turkeys.